If you're driving with a suspended license in Ontario, is it a criminal offence? It's an important question to ask because a criminal conviction can ruin your life. And we get this question all the time in our law firm because people are confused. And I'm going to explain why people are confused. But before I start, you should check out some videos I created on whether you will go to jail for driving with a suspended license in Ontario. The videos are short and pack a lot of value. I've included links to the description of this video. Let's get started. If you look up the penalty for driving with a suspended license under Section 53, Sub 1 of the Highway Traffic Act of Ontario, you will see that there is a fine for driving with a suspended license. That's not a surprise. It makes sense that you would get a fine on a conviction. But what confuses people is that the penalty for driving under suspension also includes the potential to go to jail for up to 6 months. And if you could go to jail, then it's logical to conclude that driving while suspended is a criminal charge. But that is not true. Driving with a suspended license is not a criminal charge, even though jail is a potential penalty. Yes, it's confusing, but let me explain the logic. First, you need to understand how the government who wrote the law and included the potential jail time thinks about people driving with a suspended license. A car weighs around 4,000 pounds. The lawmakers view that car like a weapon on wheels that can cause property damage, cause bodily harm, and even kill. And the best way to control who can and cannot drive is to make sure they are properly licensed. And if they are not properly licensed, then impose very strict penalties that will deter people from driving under suspension. So the penalty for driving with a suspended license starts with fines and a mandatory 6-month drive-in ban that starts when you get your license reinstated. But if you keep driving, the lawmakers assume that the fines and 6-month drive-in suspensions are not deterring your behavior, so they escalate the penalties to include jail time. The government believes that if you spend time in jail for driving with a suspended license, that experience will be so traumatic that it will deter you from driving if your license is suspended. In other words, the only way to make you stop driving while your license is under suspension in Ontario is to put you in jail. However, the lawmakers did not want to give you a criminal record because the impact of that criminal conviction would be too painful on your life as compared to what you did. So they added the potential jail time, but without the lifelong impact of giving you a criminal record. However, if you keep driving while suspended, even though you have gone to jail already, then the lawmakers assume that the danger has escalated to the point that you should be assessed and criminally charged. If you've been charged with driving while under suspension, it is a very serious charge with very serious penalties, including a 6-month driving ban and in some cases, jail. Strategy is everything. Reach out and let's have a free and confidential discussion about your case.